We're gonna pretend that we spent about 3 minutes reading each other's graphic organizer, and we took some time and we wrote some questions about the other persons. Okay? Do you wanna go first? Okay. So Stephanie, your text looks really different from mine because in my text, Stanley has a really good family. He talks about his family. He has all this love for them. He has a great-grandfather, a father, a mother. He says they've always had really bad luck, but he's really close to his family. And on yours, you say that her mom tried to kill herself and her father got remarried, and she doesn't really like her stepmom and half-sister. So if we had to find something in common about our characters having problems, what do you think we could say?
Well, you did say something about Stanley not having friends, and it's the same thing with Anna. So she definitely had difficulties with her best friend. So she's entering middle school from elementary school, and she's really struggling making friends, keeping friends, and her best friend is now her ex-best friend.
What happened?
Well, she says in the text that her friend basically ditched her and that they were going in opposite directions and just hanging out with different people. So with that, not having friends, and then like you stated, with her mom going through depression, her stepdad, her stepmother, and let me go back to and her mother going through depression, and her stepfather is just a lot for her to cope with.
Okay. Does it say why her mom tried to kill herself?
Well, it didn't exactly say in the text, but I can make an inference that her mother must have suffered from mental illness, because it does say that her mother is on a new drug for depression, and then since her father remarried, that might have been a lot to cope with, and they weren't very honest with Anna about the mother's mental illness or condition.
And that makes me think about Stanley. He feels really alone. He gets sent to this juvie camp. He didn't really do anything wrong, but obviously no one's going with him. It says he was the only passenger on the bus except for the driver and the guard has a rifle laying on his lap. Like, I would be scared to death. So I was thinking that Anna and Stanley, they really don't have anyone. And even if they do, they don't feel like they can connect with their families. Like, they don't have anyone.
It's a great point, and I agree, because Anna even has difficulty with her teachers at school. She doesn't feel like her teachers really understand the dynamics of students, and her father rarely even asks her about how her mother is doing or even how she feels, so she does not have the support, just like Stanley.
Miss Martin told us she's going to ask us this really hard question next. Do you want to go work together and see if we can find the answer?
Sounds good.
Okay.